Hello racing fans, and a warm welcome to our Gallop TV preview show for Friday the 20th of December. We race on the turf and the poly at Fairview in Gqeberha, and let's see what's on the go. I trust that you, the valued racing fan, as well. Looking forward to starting off the weekend with a bang and a blast, and hopefully a profitable day. We got 8 races carded. Race number 1 is at 12:30. And of course, the big one, the pick 6, begins in race number 3. As always, it is Mr. Paddock, first name Grant, on the line. We're just chatting off air on how tricky and competitive racing is all around the country. But hopefully things can change as we move into Christmas. Grant, how does the card look and how are you doing?
Morning, Dees. A little bit down with the flu at the moment, but nothing spectacular. We'll get over it. The card looks okay. First baby race of the season, obviously, starting up. So a couple of youngsters coming through, and hopefully we can put the punters in the right corner this time, because the results in Port Elizabeth have really been upside down, and hopefully it turns around for the better.
Okay, that is it. It's a nice way to kick things off, that we're going to turn things around. And Grant, we wish you a speedy recovery with that flu. Nothing too serious, as you tell me, and you are nursing yourself back to full fitness. Juvenile plate over 800 meters, as you said. It's the first juvenile in your part of the world, juvenile race, that is. I'll give you the betting as a guide as we bring up the field. They're all first timers. We're going in blind in leg 1 of the bipod. We need your guidance if you have some word that you've heard. Number 1, Alu is at 7-1. 2, Mio Destino at 11-2. Number 3, in Staworthy at 14-10. Number 4, Royal Mizzy is at 16-1. 5, Silver City at 22-10. And 6, Sports Fan is at 3-1. What's happening? Is there any word? Have you heard anything? Have you seen any gallops? Can you give us any info?
These here, I've got a little bit of info. I have seen one gallop. I have had a look at this filly, number 6, Sports Fan, a very well-bred filly. What a winter out of a trippy mare, Hammy's hooker, and she was very decent herself. Very nice filly, very, very quick. And if she gets out of those pens in time quick enough, I think she'll be a very hard horse to beat. Insta-worthy, sprinting family, got to be her biggest danger, and the early money you have to respect. And then horses like Silver City and Royal Missy to probably finish up. But there has been a little bit of talk for Sports Fan. Not much talk for Silver City, but I do know Alan normally likes to get a line horse through his babies, and he sends out one of the mediocre ones early on, and then has a line for the rest of the season. So I'm tipping at 6, 3, 5 and 4 Ds, and the bipod you're going to need the 6 and the 3.
6 and the 3, but if you're looking for cover, 5 and 4, Grant's 3rd and 4th position, I say maybe play it wide, or maybe wait for race time until you fill in that tab card for leg 1 of that bipod. You will get some information from the course with the presenter. So that's race number 1. Bipod needs to be on by 12:30. Then we're on to the place accumulator, Grant, race number 2 at 13:05. It's over 1,300 meters. We bring up the field. We'll have a look at the betting. Number 1, Velvet Valor, is at 6-1. 2, World Soprano is at 2-1. Number 3, Grand Oasis is at 4-1. 4, Champanel is at 3-1. And we got one more runner in single figures. It's number 9, Smart View, the 7-1 shot. I'm just looking at this field, Grant, and it's very interesting to note that we got 2 horses that are debuting in the province, and I'm looking at the field and the form of the locals. I suspect that they could dominate numbers 3 and 4, especially number 4, Champanel.
Yeah, listen, these, they're maidens for, one is a Cape Town maiden, the other one's ran its last start on your poly. That side you'll know a bit more. They haven't been in town very long, but unfortunately they've drawn out 9 and 11 on the poly track, and first time on the poly is not going to be easy from those kind of a draws. I'm going to look past one of them, but I do think World Soprano is the right horse in the race. I think 2-1 is quite generous. He's having his peak run here, his 3rd run here. Lovely looking horse, and I think he'll be very hard to beat. The improver here, this horse number 1, Velvet Valor. He's also having his 3rd run after a rest from a very good draw now of 1, and he'll be chasing World Soprano home. The likes of Smart View is going to be there and thereabouts. He's well tried. And then you have the two horses that you mentioned, Grand Oasis and Champanel, who've got it all to do from those bad draws. These I really do like World Soprano, and I'm tipping at 2 from 1, 9, and 3.
Okay, nice that Grant has given us some confidence here in leg 1 of the place accumulator. Likes number 2, World Soprano. Second choice, number 1, Velvet Vanna. Keep an eye on the betting, numbers 3 and 4. Any market support, they could be worth following in your bets. The big one, the Pick 6, begins in race number 3. It's a maiden plate over 2,000 meters for the fillies and mares. It's a small field, Grant, so it could be tricky with regards to pace, etc. But number 2, Accumulate, is 7-1. We got an 8-10 shot here. Justin Snate and Richard Faree called Lotus Land, number 4. Then we got number 5, Gentile, at 28-10. And number 7, Welsh Starlet, is a 6-1 shot. What are we doing here? Are we all in with this odds-on shot from the Western Cape, or are we looking for some cover here? Because there's 2 horses that come from the Western Cape. The other is number 7, Welsh Starlet, that will be debuting for Kelly.
Yeah, D's definitely not all in with Lotus Island. He's got the form, obviously, to win a race like this. I'm very much in the camp of Welsh Starlet. The stable is expecting a massive run from her. I spoke to the jockey actually yesterday, and he's confident of a very big run, solid front-running type of horse. Obviously, Lotus Island's got the Cape form. I don't know if it's been here for a while or is it trading. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but if he reproduces that run where he ran second over a mile, it's got to be a big run-up. But it is stepping up to the 2,000-meter trip, and that could catch it out. I'm very much in the camp of Welsh Starlet here, and I'm tipping it from 7, 4, 5, Gentile, who will be better on grass, and the 1 a month of Sundays.
How many horses would you suggest for the Pick 6, Grant?
2 horses, the 4 Lotus Island, and 7 Welsh Starlet.
Well, when Grant Paddock tips a 6-1 shot, it won't last. So take note of that. The horse is trading at 6-1, number 7, Welsh Starlet, and he makes that the value in the race here in race number 3. So that's a decent price at the time of recording. Well, Jackpot 1, Grant, has got a sweetener of 250,000. Yep. We're expecting a pool of R1 million on this Friday. Note the time. You have to play into this Jackpot 1. 14:15 at 2:15. 2,200 meters the distance. It's a pinnacle stakes. Grant, what I will do for the guys is as you go through races 4 through to 7, I'll jot down some numbers and I'll read it out to the guys because this jackpot is worth chasing here. Estimated R1 million. So let's begin with the best weighted column before I touch on the field. It's topped by number 5, Official Secret, at a 108. And then separated itself from the balance of the field. Number 1, Zatara Magic, at a 103. Joint at 102, and number 2, Runaway Song, and number 7, Medless Start. And then we got Street Art, number 4, at a 101. That's just a guide in the best weighted column. Number 1, Zatara Magic, is at 8-1. Number 3, Nabras, very interesting. Sean Terry, races in his name. So this horse is down in the Eastern Cape. At one stage was a 118 in his career, and he's trading at 8-1. Number 5, Official Secret, Grant, is the favorite at 13-10, and as I mentioned, the best weighted column, she does top it against the boys here. And of the balance of the runners, there's nothing else. I got a form update. Yes, I do have a form update for number 11, Downing 7. That was a winner on the 13th of December. That was a winner on the on the poly track over 1,900 meters. And new weight for Downing 7, Grant, is 55 kgs. The horse's merit rating has now been pushed up to an 83. So I mentioned Jackpot 1, the carryover. The excitement is there now for punters with that sweetener. What are we doing in leg 1?
These tricky kind of a start, I must be honest with you. I'm not too keen on this favourite at 13-10, 59.5 in a pinnacle against the boys. It's not going to be very easy for her, I must be honest with you. 13-10 is no value, and I think we need to go wide here. That horse that you mentioned earlier, Nabras, he's definitely a horse that's got to be included. He's run against the best over a trip, and he's really not taking on that kind of a quality here. We have the likes of Spin Doctor and Juan Carlos from the Torre Langyard. Both of those horses are course and distance specialists. They've got to go in. And then Anatolian Silver, the 10 horse, I see the 12.5 to 1, a very good run in the Algoa Cup when leading for most of the way. He's got a bottom weight, and he'll probably try and do the same. Downing 7, we'll have to look if he's going to take part. He's not a horse that's a really sound horse. So, I doubt very much he's going to run, but if he does, might have to give a bit of respect for him. I don't think he's the kind of horse that can go back-to-back, especially into a pinnacle play. D's tricky race, I'm putting at 8, 5, 3, and 9.
Okay, 3, 5, 8, 9, and I'm also going to include your tenors there, Grant, that you did give a mention to. So it'll be 5 runners from a field of 12. So we are beautifully placed there in less than half the field. So I'll jot down these numbers and work out the perm for the valued racing fan that's listening into this preview. Race number 5, fillies and mares 66. It's over 1,200 meters. Bring up the field. Number 1, Bosney. Form update, ran 5th behind Catch Your Breath, beaten 8 lengths on the 13th of December at 6 to 1. 3 is a scratching. The form update for number 4, 10th, 20 lengths behind Jade Cabernet. 5, Holly's View is at 22 to 10 Grant. 6, Commission's Passion is at 4 to 1. We then got number 7, Queen of the Palace at 8 to 1. 9, Full of Magic is a 5 to 1 shot, and it's double figures the balance. So this race, Grant, what's your view on Alan Krief's runner here with Richard up, Holly's View? I looked at the replays of the last 2 runs. Yeah, came from hopeless positions to be running on smartly.
Yeah, so her biggest downfall, unfortunately, she doesn't get herself into a race. But I can tell you what, I think she's found the spot on race to win, to be very honest with you. Always running on late. There's going to be a bit of pace in this race. Full of Magics up there. So too, Ikhembele Busibuzan, she'll be right up there as well on the speed with Sister Naidu. And typical fillies and mares race, but I'm really strong on this filly, Holly's View. I think she'll take a power of beating. I've tipped at 5 from the 1, Bosney, who'll enjoy cutting back in trip as well as dropping in division. The 2, Ikhembele Busibuzan, and the 6, Commission's Passion, and we'll have to add in the 9, Full of Magic as well. So it'll be another 5 horses.
Yeah, what's it in numerical order? 1, 2, 5?
6 and 9.
1, 2, 5, 6, and 9. I'm jotting down the numbers. 1, 2, 5, 6, and 9 in leg 2. But if you want to take a chance and you think that this could be the right race, as Grant mentioned, with number 5, Holly's View, then maybe take a second one and go with the banker there in leg number 2 of that jackpot carryover. Race number 6 is a fillies and mares 72 handicap. It's over 1,600 meters. Number 1, Arabian Red, 18 to 10. Look at the course and distance record. That tells a story. 2 from 2. Number 2, Get It Done, is at 9 to 2. Then we got number 3, Marshmallow, at 9 to 2. 4, Canford Queen is a 6 to 1 shot. 6, Karandi is at 6 to 1. Where there's a form update for number 8, Take Your Time, finish 8, 5.5 lengths behind Pomodoro's Magic. 9 is an important scratching. That's just been scratched up before we went on air to record. And it's double figures the balance. I looked at this race, Grant, and I just went 1, 2, and 3, and I thought, well, I should be safe with those numbers.
Yeah, these, I haven't gone for the 2. The cutback in trip is a big concern. 1,600 meters, I think, is a touch on the short side for her, to be honest with you. I think the winner will come from 1 and 3. Probably a slight preference to Marshmallow. She's really turned the corner. The only question mark there is that she's stepping up to the mile. Arabian Red's done absolutely nothing wrong, but found the right field last time out. This is definitely a touch more difficult for her. But it's going to be, for me, it's a boat race between the 1 and the 3. I'm tipping at 1 from 3. You need to add in the 2 and the 4 as well. But I think for the jackpot, these for the punters, 1 and 3 should suffice.
We like it. I like it. I like your confidence there when we narrow things down, Grant. So race number 6, 1 and 3. If you're looking for some cover and you think that maybe you could get a result, numbers 2 and 4, as Grant mentioned. And then the last leg of that jackpot will be race number 7, and it's a merit-rated 86 handicap. It's over 1,600 meters. So the field will come up. Number 1, Destiny's Angel, is at 4 to 1. Number 3, El Romiachi. I must just pay tribute to this horse. I know I've done it in the past, but I haven't done it for a while now. as an 8-year-old having his 103rd run, vying for his 12th career win as an 8-year-old. Let me say that again. Look at the form he's been in this season. He's already had 3 wins on the bounce. What a racehorse. What a soldier. An iron horse is number 3, El Romiachi at 7-1. Number 5, McKip is at 5-1. And then we go on to number 10, Dubai Hills at 33-10. And 12, Gold Gunner is at 8-1. How are we closing off this jackpot, Grant? We are running. We safe leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. We are sitting to count the cash that we're going to be collecting. How confident are you with the numbers you're going to give us?
Yeah, these lovely races. I must be honest with you, some quality individuals here. Destiny's Angel doesn't know how to run a bad race, so he'll be the first horse to go in. He's a proper galloper. He's got a 2-draw JP, and he's a big horse. I'm not concerned about the 61 kilos he's got to carry. He's a big horse, and he's a real bowler, there's no doubt. El Romiachi, as you mentioned, iron horse. There's no doubt he's got to go in. Makachev, another horse that doesn't know how to run a bad race. He'll like to get into a scrap nice and early, so he's got to be there and thereabouts. And then Dubai Hills, Richard Fourie from a 10 draw. Got a bit of work to do, I must be honest with you, from that draw. That's not going to be easy. They're going to go very quick in this race. There's a couple of solid front runners. The pace will be on. And then I see there's been a bit of shrewd money, and it's probably a stable that you've got to prick your ears to. This was Thunder Master, a very good 4th last time out when stepping up to the mile. And I think he's a horse that needs to go into the jackpot that could make it pay. Other horses we might have to consider, Vas Voter, another horse that likes to get up handy and run on. But as I say, those front runners might get caught out in this race because there's a hell of a lot of speed and they might end up cutting each other's throat. These I'm tipping at 1, 5, 10 and 3, and in the jackpot we need to add the 9.
Okay, I've written the numbers down, and let's close things off in race number 8, which is over 1,600 meters, a merit-rated 70 handicap. Can we end things off on a high? We've collected the jackpot money, and we just want to build on that profit now. Number 1, Alado's Pride, ran 7th, 5 lengths behind Downing 7. That's a form update. The betting is like this, Grant. We got a 14-10 shot here in number 10, Master Forester. And guess what? There's only one other runner, 2 runners in single figures. Number 2, meet at the Windsor at 7-1, and at 7-2 is number 12, Arabadicio. So the market tells a story here. It paints a picture about number 10, Master Forester.
100%. These, to me, it's a boat race. Master Forester is my best bet on the card. He got one of those wow rides last time out, to be very honest with you. If he repeats the run and it just placed slightly closer to the speed, I think he'll beat them and beat them comfortably. Arabadicio did run in front of him and was slightly bulked early on, but I looked at that replay again and the amount of lengths that Master Forester made up, and I think there was only half a length in it at the line. 2 lengths closer to the speed, in other words, 4th last, and he should beat this field comfortably down the lane. And I think he's the best bet on the card. I think he's worth a bet at 14-10. I do suspect him starting closer to even money, 9-10. And it's an absolute boat race between the 10 and the 12. That's the exacta for the day. I'm tipping at 10, 12, 11, which is Head Gardener, and the 2 meet at the Windsor, who is very, very in and out. But these, I'm very strong on Master Forester, and he'll close the day off for us.
Okay, that is it. Number 10, Master Forester. The best on the day comes up in the lucky last, and sometimes it's when we need it most. And Grant's given us all the confidence there with number 10, Master Forester. Before we go to Grant selections, I must just call out Jackpot 1. Jackpot 1 is race number 4. Carryover 250,000, estimated pool 1 million. You need to get on by 2:15. This is the suggested Jackpot 1 bet that I've jotted down. 3, 5, 8, 9 and 10, bar 1, 2, 5, 6 and 9, bar 1 and 3, bar 1, 3, 5, 9 and 10. The cost of that will be 250 Rand or 25 Rand, which will give you 10%. But what you can do in a cover jackpot, in leg number 2, banker number 5, If that has to arrive, then that will only cost you 50 Rand for a full unit, leg number 2, banker number 5 as a cover. So Grant, thanks for that assistance and that guidance with Jackpot 1. But let's go on to your suggested bets for the race meeting. It's up on screen.
Thank you very much, Dees. The best bet, race 8, number 10, Master Forester. The value bet on the day, race 3, number 7, Well Starlet. And my suggested best of place accumulator goes as follows. We open up with 1 and 2, by 4 and 7, by 3, 5 and 8, by 1 and 5, by 1 and 3, by 1, 5 and 10, by banker 10 for 144 Rand Dees.
Okay, before we say goodbye to you, Grant, it's our last Gallop TV preview show before Christmas, and then after Christmas we got a couple of shows that will join you before we bring in the new year too. From all the racing fans and from Gallop TV, I must just thank you for your tireless effort during the course of the year and wish you and your family the very best over Christmas, Grant. Thank you so much. We really value your input on a weekly basis.
Thank you very, very much, Dees, and hopefully the punters have a blessed Christmas and a very good new year. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Okay, Grant Paddock, a bit under the weather, but we wish him well and a speedy recovery. He's not feeling too good, but hopefully the results on Friday can brighten up his day. We thank Grant Paddock. To you, the valued racing fan, have a blast, file all the winners, and hopefully it turns out to be a wonderful Friday for you. Playing in Kabeka at Fairview. Until we meet again, you take care. Salaniga Ashley.